Hey guys, how's it going? I'm here in Vondelpark in Amsterdam, which is just a couple of blocks from my hostel. I'd seen it on the map before but hadn't thought to head over here until my friend Daniela recommended it. And so I walked over here today, and it is a lovely scene. As you can see, lots of green. It is a very big, long, skinny park. So I've just kind of been wandering around through it. As you can see, another cloudy day here in Amsterdam. Quite cool, but a couple of minutes ago the sun came out and it immediately got intensely hot. And so if anything, it's just as well that it is overcast and a little bit cooler. So my upcoming travel plans are in place. I have booked the last of my flights, including back to the United States. So my journeys are coming to a close. It will be about 6 months of traveling. The end of this month is when I fly back to Portland, Oregon. However, I'm going to hold off on explaining the details for just a couple of minutes, but I do have some more exciting plans in place for the end of this journey before I head back to the United States. First, however, then I wanted to plug my books again. If you've watched any of my videos, then you probably know that I have books that I have written that are for sale on Amazon.com as both ebooks and paperback books. I put, a little, plug at the beginning of many of my videos, especially for my book, Gabe's Guide to Budget Travel and Following My Thumb. But I'm making an offer available here for people that is a excellent deal, and you get 4 books of mine as ebooks, PDFs, delivered straight to your email inbox, which you can then download and read on your computer. And so this is a deal that I just offer every once in a while, and it is a great deal, which is donation basis, whatever you might choose. People have donated as little as like $3 and as much as $100 for this collection of 4 books, which I sell for $5 each, so it's about a $20 deal if you were to purchase them separately. It is very simple and easy and straightforward. It is a PayPal payment, a one-time payment that you can make through your PayPal account, and I will see the payment, and then I will then email back to you the 4 books. And so it is a real varied collection of writing of mine. Gabe's Guide to Budget Travel is a very practical, informative book for anyone who is interested in traveling, either getting ready for a trip, wanting some inspiration to get ready for a trip and make it happen. It basically details what you need to do in order to get ready to travel around the world on a budget traveling type of a trip. And so it is very practical stuff such as travel insurance, booking flights, booking hotel rooms before your trip and while you're traveling. Packing, what do you need to bring? What can you afford? What is your budget? How long can you afford to travel for? Stuff like this. There are links in the ebook, and there's also a section of the book in which I review some of my favorite places that I have visited in the course of my travels. Now, the book was written in 2012, and so it doesn't include the places that I have visited since then. But I give some just general information and kind of an overview of some of the places that I had visited up until that point. And so it is a kind of broad spectrum of traveling information. Following My Thumb is a collection of travel stories of mine, and so it is quite a different book from Gabe's Guide to Budget Travel, because it is all true, fun, adventurous, weird, exciting, scary, the whole range of experiences that you can have while traveling. 26 different travel stories of mine from around the world during the 1990s, starting with my trip to Europe in 1990, the day after I turned 18, in which I visited 10 different countries in Europe and had a lot of crazy experiences there, hitchhiking the entire length of the United Kingdom, climbing to the top of Mount Olympus in Greece, meeting various people in the course of my travels, hitchhiking in the Pyrenees Mountains, sleeping in a barn, sleeping out on the streets of Paris, etc. And so that is just the first part of the book. And then it goes on to my travels throughout the mid-1990s within the United States. So hitchhiking all over the US, going to rainbow gatherings, working on farms, going to Alaska and working in Alaska, going to Hawaii and sleeping out on the beaches of Hawaii. I had a whole series of travels throughout the 1990s in the United States, because I didn't travel abroad from August of 1990 until October of 1999, when I went to India for the first time. So that whole stretch during the 1990s, and I was in the US, traveling around a great deal there. And then the end of the book is my travels in India from 1999 to 2000 for 5 months. My first trip to India that was very, very awesome and amazing and intense. So a bunch of stories from there. So that is just the second book, Following My Thumb, A Decade of Unabashed Wanderlust. The third one is called A Budget Traveler's Dream, and it is a kind of random collection of short stories, nonfiction essays, both informative and some interesting stories in there. And then the most hilarious thing that ever happened, which is a collection of creative, quirky fiction short stories that I wrote when I was a college student in Alaska. And so it is a very kind of odd mix of stories, very weird characters on bumbling quests, stuff like that. So that is the deal. All 4 of those books for whatever you might choose to pay for them, a great deal. All right, so getting on to my upcoming travel plans. So just a couple of days ago, then I booked my final flights for this trip. On Sunday, what's today? Today is either Wednesday or Thursday. I think it is Thursday. Yes. And so in 3 days, I fly to Portugal. Super stoked. And then my other flight is from Madrid back to Portland, Oregon, where I started this trip back on, I think, February 21st or 22nd, around there. My flight from Madrid is August 30th or 31st. And so that will make more than 6 months of travels. And that gives me 3 weeks left in Portugal and Spain to explore those countries. For me, that is like a weekend. Like, that is like not enough time to genuinely experience a country, especially ones that I haven't been to before. I've never been to Portugal or Spain. I've been in the Pyrenees of southern France on that first trip in 1990, very, very close to the Spanish border. I'm flying into Lisbon, and then we'll just have to make my way over to Madrid. And so I probably won't get up into like the Pyrenees. I'm not going to do the, Camino de Santiago, the pilgrimage walking route that I've heard about for years and have wanted to do, but I very well may go back and do it another time. And so that's what's going on. I will fly into Lisbon. I have a hostel booked there for 4 or 5 nights, and then just going to see from there. Maybe I'll head south. There's a town called Faro on the southern part of Portugal. That's kind of where the Atlantic merges into the Mediterranean, and I've seen some pictures of it that looks very nice. But I'll just see what kind of makes sense, what I can afford. And then Madrid is kind of in the center of Spain, and so I'll just have some time, a few weeks to make my way through Portugal, experience a bit of both Portugal and Spain, and then fly out. And then that's it. Travel's over, but it has definitely been an amazing 6 months. So that is the next plan. I will get a few more videos here in Amsterdam, certainly. I'm not sure where I'm staying after tomorrow. I have another night booked at a hostel here tonight, and then just going to see for the last 2 nights. So anyway, starting to sprinkle here a little bit, but I have the rest of the afternoon wide open, so going to wander around Amsterdam and see if there's some more cool stuff to shoot. All right, thanks for watching. See ya.